the last Friday of Ramadan. It's all popping off tonight. Making burgers for dinner. And a lemon cake with some brown sugar. I'm gonna fill it with some cream cheese. Make a cream cheese frosting.
Hang on, why is my hair so bad?
It's Luke's first ever Taraweeh.
Oh well.
Yay! Are you excited?
Yeah, it should be fun. Let's hope I can remember what I need to do.
You will be absolutely fine.
I won't remember what I need to do. Let's face it, there's no way I'm going to remember everything I need to do.
I look like a donkey's bong bong. Stinky bong bong.
This is where like...
You didn't finish your sentence.
I was going to say this is where the Imam chooses all the longest surahs.
No, but
like Surah Al-Baqarah. I'll be like, oh, I'll be like, okay.
Okay.
Do we prostrate now? No? Okay. Still no? No? Okay. I get embarrassed
wrong, you'll
easily.
Be fine.
Yeah, but you know me, I get embarrassed easily, so I just like to know what I'm doing, but I don't really know what I'm doing, so let's see how it goes.
We have arrived to Taraweeh.
Well, we've got to do Isha first, but yeah.
Yes, we're going to do Isha first.
It's a bit cold.
Smile. How beautiful it is. That beautiful chandelier. It's just a feeling like no other. Like the amount of peace in the masjid is just... Like, even if you're not religious, I would say go to the masjid. Whether you drink, whether you don't cover, whether you take drugs, any sins that you do, like, just come to the masjid and you will instantly feel so much better and you feel so, like, grounded and connected to God. Honestly, like, the last time I did Taraweeh here, I literally cried because I was so emotional, because it just makes you realize how little, like how minuscule your problems are compared to the bigger picture and why we're actually here on this planet and what our purpose is, and that this life is literally just a test. It is truly an amazing feeling and I would recommend it to anyone. So, how was it?
Really good, actually. Can we get in the car because it's freezing?
Yes. Can I get in the driver's seat?
No, you can't get in the driver's seat.
That's really good.
Oh.
You enjoyed it though?
I was in the front row, so you know, not doing too bad.
No. He did really well, alhamdulillah. I could see you on the screen because there's a screen at the top.
Oh.
Oh, there's Popo. Oh,
yeah, it's an ambulance.
Ambo. So yeah.
And the sheikh took a lot of inspiration from me because he kept talking about, you know, if I was a black guy, if I was a white guy, and then looked at me, and then and obviously I'm wearing this, then he was like. Then he starts talking about Palestine and whatever, and I'm thinking, okay, cool. But yeah, I'm glad that I gave him some, you know, some material.
Alhamdulillah. He spoke to two doctors
afterwards. Two doctors who want me to come on Sunday and speak to a possible revert. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, because obviously they don't... You're
giving dawah now. You're giving dawah now.
Because they don't want to, they don't want him to think, what was it they said? They don't want him to think that he's coming into a cult. So I think they want someone who's, you know, also a revert.
Who's also joined the cult.
Who's also joined the cult, yeah. We get a lot of, like, there's a lot of stick about Islam and people don't understand it. It's not anything like you see on the news. So, you know.
It's not terrorism.
It's definitely not terrorism. People just need to, I think the problem is people need to actually sort of reach out, and even if you're not thinking of converting, even if it's not anything on your, like, on your list, you're never going to do it. Still just talk to people about Ramadan. Use Ramadan as like a stepping stone, use Eid as a stepping stone, and just wish someone a happy Eid. Just wish someone who's a Muslim that you know a happy Eid, and then use that to ask them questions that you have about it. Ask them questions about, you know, what is it like to fast, what's it like to pray 5 times a day, you know, why do you feel like a connection and things like that, and just get a little bit more of an understanding of the fact that, you know, at the end of the day, we're all human. Whoever we follow, whatever we do, we're all human. So we're not out here to like judge, really. You know, it's at the end of the day, the judgment's not for us. We're not the ones that judge. So you know, we need to see each other's humanity and not the division that we keep getting pumped out on the news and on the media and everything that we see nowadays.
Because you actually go to Salah and then you actually see everyone's just, no one cares, they're just unified regardless, because they're all following the same religion, the same faith, the same God.
It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. The one minute at the beginning of the prayers, I was stood next to an older Muslim with a big grey beard, and then after the talk from the sheikh, he'd excused himself for a little bit and came back later, so he was then behind me, but another brother came forward, and this was a boy who was younger than me. So it's very, I know it's humbling, because there's so many people and you don't know you could be rich, you could be poor, you could be old, you could be young,
come from so many different walks
you
of
could
life.
be like, this could be your first time that you've been in the mosque, this could be the 1,000th time that you've been in the mosque. You're all the same. Everything's the same. So it is actually quite nice. And yeah, I guess I just recommend, like, I wish really earlier when I was younger I'd have reached out, maybe, because I did have friends that suggested, you know, go into Friday prayers, even if I didn't pray, just to see what it was like and to understand it. And I just never really took the opportunity. I did talk to them about it though, so I guess that's one step forward. But I mean, I think the first thing we need to do to stop this division is actually talk to each other. Just actually stop reading the news and what, you know, on all these different things, and what, oh, these people are like this and those people are like that, and these people are violent and those people are oppressed. Just actually talk to people. Go out and talk to actual people, like we used to do before we had all this social media, before we had news 24/7. I'm old enough to remember when you used to have news in the morning, news in the middle of the day, and news at night. That was it. You had like 6 o'clock and 10 o'clock news.
Now it's constant.
Now it's constant. It's constantly pumped everywhere. And the thing is that you don't know what the narrative is.
It's full of agendas.
Yeah, there's always a narrative there, and it's difficult to sometimes distinguish what the narrative is. And when they give out such emotional news, there's a reason that they make it so emotive. There's a reason that they're writing it emotionally, because they don't want you to think about it. They just want you to feel. And you've got to sit there and think, hang on a second, does that make sense? Why am I being told this? And I do think that particularly in Britain we have an issue with this, where there's a lot of people nowadays, the younger people coming through, and my generation as well. I was lucky, alhamdulillah, because I've always had a scientific mind, so I've always had critical thinking. I've always wondered why people are telling me something, why it's being said in a certain way. But I know nowadays there's a lot of people who will just read it and believe it and not question why, or who is it that's telling me this? Why are they telling me this? And I know it sounds really cynical, but after 30 years of life, just follow the money. Normally it's follow the money. If you ever ask yourself, oh, this would make things so much easier, why don't we just do this? Money. If someone's telling you something, money. Even if they're just anything. For example, I was literally talking to my mum earlier about hair products of all things, and shampoos, and how people are like, oh, you need to shampoo like every time you have a shower. You need to shower like once every other day, and you need to shampoo every single time you do it, and conditioner every single time you do it. And then people are wondering why, like, the hair isn't very good and it's falling out and whatever. It's because you're doing it too much. Do you know why you're doing it too much? Because they don't care about your hair. They care about selling the product. They care about, if you use it once every other day, that bottle will last a month. If you do it when your hair needs it, and when you feel like, oh, you know, okay, it's looking a bit, it needs a clean now, it needs a bit of conditioner, it may be like once every 3 months, and then all of a sudden profits.
Yeah.
That's why. So it's whatever it is, any question you ever have, follow the money. That's basically it. Like, who is paying these people? Why do they want it? Why do they want my money? And it's the same thing now you see with, you know, a lot of social media, people who pretend that they're, I'm not going to name names, but pretend that they're out there to help you and to guide you, when actually they just want your money. There's nothing, they're just literally doing it. And it's taken me so long to realise, because obviously I'm also now in the rabbit hole, that a lot of times people are deliberately saying things that are irritating because they want the clicks. They don't actually believe
It's like
it.
rage bait.
They just rage bait you.
basically.
And the problem is, because so many people now are rage baiting, if you look at the internet, you think that's what people think.
But that's not what
But that's not what people actually think. They're
No.
doing it to rage bait people because they know majority of people don't agree with them. So it's difficult. It is difficult. But I just think you just need to, like I say, look at why someone's telling you something, where this information's coming from, and just think about things before you just accept something at face value, because it's so easy nowadays for someone to just twist a message and to just fill your head with a load of rubbish.
But yeah, you had a good time and you enjoyed
Sorry about
it.
that. I've turned into my own shake now.
He's taken over the channel, guys.
Sorry about that.
Right.
She'll cut most of that out because it was boring. It's fine.
No, I will. I'll keep it in.
No, don't keep that in. That's it's just my music. Music's of an old man, that is, honestly. But no.
Don't forget to
shake was really good.
subscribe. Click the notification bell so when I post new content, you are notified. If you like this type of content or you want something similar or anything different, comment down below.